What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Strength Artem. It's your boy Murad here with another episode of the series My Split. Today we got yourselves a push workout, so let's just go right back into it. Alright, so the first move, we're starting off a bit of overhead press, working around 60 kilos. We're doing 2 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions. Again, I repeat, the key of this program is to reduce the volume and rather maximizing the frequency, so 4 days on, 1 day off. Within those 4 days, every body part will be targeted at least twice. So in 1 week we pretty much be getting 3 times the same body part we getting hit 3 times rather than just 1 or 2, which is really beneficial, I believe, for overall results in terms of your strength and your size gains. So right after the overhead press, we jump right back into an incline press. This set, I think I went a bit too heavy. Although the reps were smooth, I didn't get as many that I would like to go. So I think I got around 5 or 6. There's 4 reps. This is 5. You see I was struggling on that one. Contemplating if I should go to the next one. And here's 6. Just didn't feel so smooth. Felt like a real grinder. So decided to drop it down about 5 kilos. Moved on to 8 kilos just for the second set, so I get a bit more reps in. This is more of a hypertrophy workout, so aiming to hit the upper threshold of the reps rather than the upper threshold of the amount of intensity we can use on each set. So the key of this program, what we're trying to do is trying to hit all the muscle groups rather than just the body parts. So rather than just hitting just chest, we're going to hit all the muscle groups involved in push. So we're talking about the entire chest, upper, middle, lower, as well as the 3 heads of the deltoids complex. So we've got the anterior, lateral, and posterior, and as well as all 3 heads of the triceps. Okay, so we're moving on right now to some upright rows. This is quite a controversial lift. A lot of people tell you it's bad for your shoulders. Yeah, it can be, because it can lead to a bit of shoulder impingement. But it's just one of those risks that you've got to evaluate, is it worth doing or not. For me, I finally get quite a lot of benefit. I don't really get any wrist pain or elbow pain, and neither do I get shoulder pain. I get quite a good contraction, and that's because I'm using a weight that I can manage and control. As well as I'm doing quite high repetitions, 10 to 12 repetitions. It's quite good. What you see me here is stretching out my neck, more specifically the left side of my sternocleidomastoid. You probably didn't see, but I don't even know how I did it myself. On the overhead press, I kind of tweaked my neck. I've had that before in the past. It's generally due to turning your head whilst pressing overhead. So when you are pressing overhead, I recommend you keep your head straight, entirely straight, regardless of what weight you're using, because you will get a slight muscle strain. But right now, about 3 or 4 days later, it's healed up, it's all fine. Just a bit annoying when you do get it. So right now, I moved on to some incline chest flies. So the emphasis is quite more of an incline on this workout, because I do a bit more flat bench press. I'd rather keep it a bit more incline instead. So the incline fly is going about 20 kilos again for 10 to 12 reps. This is a very good movement overall for your chest development. And I do like to have a quite severe bend in my elbow when I do these, because I find I can push a bit more weight, I can get a bit more contraction out of the movement when I do have my arms a bit more bent as I go down. So a lot of people go straight, having their elbows all the way straight with an extended elbow. I find it doesn't feel as solid, and I feel the weight's just going to rip your shoulder apart. That's why I kind of have a bend, so when I do tolerate those heavier weights, I can feel more under control and rather than risk a shoulder injury. But yeah, overall great movement, really do love it. Really do feel contraction, and it's very beneficial for overall shoulder development, and it works in different plane of motion rather than just your straight forward pressing motion. Okay, and after that we moved into some lateral raises, supersetted with some prone raises. This is a very good set. I find recently I've switched to doing my lateral raises seated, and what it stops me from using a lot of momentum to push the weight up. I do also feel I get a better contraction, and at the same time, I don't tend to stop as much as at the bottom, so I just go up and straight, up and straight, up and straight each repetition. And here, as you can see, I'm doing my prone raises. Got a slight bend in my arm, just to keep more tension on the posterior delt, and I try not to go all the way up. So all the way up would be right past your arm parallel to the ground. So that's why I find you focus more on your posterior deltoid rather than engaging your traps and your rhomboids into the movement. So here you can see me doing some skull crushes, and what I've decided to do recently is have them doing them lying down on the floor rather than on the bench, and having the weight touch the floor between each repetition, just so I can get more powerful movement. So the reason behind this sort of paused rep training is to sort of translate over into my bench press. So when I do press it on the bench press, you have the weight rest on your chest and you press up. This should hopefully translate. So that was supersetted with some rope push downs. And what you see me do here, I use 2 ropes and I put each rope towards the end, just so that I find you get better contraction, because the rope can travel further. When you have just 1 rope, I find the rope stops before you can fully extend your arms. You're just shortchanging yourself. It's just better to use 2 ropes. Alright, thank you for watching the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.